Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Lisa.
And this is Abby, and we are back with episode 7 of our Growth Hacks and Marketing Chats podcast. Today, we are going to be going over chapter 6 of our workbook, Marketing Alchemy Unlocked, Mind-Blowing Strategies for Mary Marketwise.
That's right. That's what we're going to be doing. We've gone through it too many now for me to list them back again. But by now, you should have your marketing plan, if you're following along, about halfway, a little more than halfway after today, right?
Yeah.
Filled out and kind of start feeling good about having some kind of strategy as you're going forward in your business.
Absolutely. So last week we talked about sales, and we talked about how to sell your product and how to get your your product out there and people wanting to buy it. And now we're going to be talking about creating those raving fans and really just having that loyalty from customers.
Yeah, I mean, one of the really key things when you have a customer-centric business is that the number one way that any business grows is by satisfied customers, and those satisfied customers running around and just telling everybody about their experience with you. And that is what raving fans is. It's creating a wow factor within your business.
Because the more loyal fans you have, then the faster and the quicker you'll be able to get new fans, new people coming in, because they'll see that there are people who really do care about your business.
Right.
So how do we get raving fans?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I was like, I heard it.
I
know. Who knows the answer? So one really great way to get raving fans is by delivering a better experience than what they're probably expecting you to give. So exceed their expectations, surpass what they already think that you're going to be giving them. You can do that in a number of different ways. I believe you can personalize the experience, and you can create like memorable moments. And those things just add a little bit of extra. You can have personalized notes. If anybody's ever bought anything off of Etsy, a lot of Etsy sellers, they add free gifts in there. They add notes saying, thank you for purchasing from my small business or whatever it might be. You can use their names on cards. You can just, see what it was that they were looking at and maybe offer like a free gift based off maybe something that they didn't buy that was in the cart. There's a lot of different ways to just go above and beyond in delivering a better experience for your customer.
Yeah. And you really want to think about this in terms of creating something memorable, something of a wow factor, if you can, in your business. Sometimes it goes in things like allowing your customer service, depending on how big your business is, but even if it's you, the customer you're handling your own customer service, and you hear something about a customer, they're going through something. Like, it reminds me of some of the bigger companies where they allow their customer service people to advocate, and they give them a certain leeway. I think we talked about this a little bit before, but there's one story I can remember about a person hearing that when they were talking to the customer, that the customer's husband had just passed away. And so they ended up sending this woman a whole bouquet of flowers and a sympathy card. Like, it wasn't even related to the business, but it created like, hey, we care about you. Memorable experiences that you can think about as you go forward. Then some more routine things, as I know there's some businesses that after they have a service, they've done the service, I'm going to say like in the dental field, a dentist, they'll call and make sure that everything with the procedure went well. They get a personalized phone call from the dentist. That's a really nice thing. Some people send a little box of cupcakes or something like that, something that's not really related, but it's personalized, it's memorable, and it's those customers are going to go, oh my God, my dentist did this, or whatever company wouldn't be above and beyond. They really care about their customers.
Yeah, it's just really important to make your customers feel special and valued, and like they're not just a number, not just another number for you to get a sale, but like an actual part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like we said, all kinds of ways to do that.
Right. And because social media is such a huge factor today in any kind of marketing, building your social media presence is extremely important. And people will share their experiences there too and tag businesses in that. So creating a really strong, compelling social media presence is extremely important.
Yeah, and this is just building a community. That's really what your social media platform should be. And it's very hard, I think way back when it's been very difficult for companies specifically to make social media accounts that are engaging and that people want to follow. But I think more and more we have been kind of shifting into this, really let your not your marketing guy, but your like social media guy be like the face of your company, because then you can kind of like build that community. You have like Duolingo on TikTok is just memes out like crazy. I don't even, like, people half the time don't even know what Duolingo even is, because it's just that big bird doing whatever he's doing on TikTok. And you got the drumstick people doing the same thing. I don't think we'll be able to hear it because it's coming from this. I'm just trying to ignore it. But you have the drumstick people doing the whole alpha wolf thing right now. You have Wendy's, who's always, doing crazy things on Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it. You just having a community where people want to go and like really be able to follow you. Like, that's a really big thing if you're a larger company on social media. And if you're smaller, if you're a solopreneur and you just want people to know about you, that's a way, I feel like that'd be way easier for you to really build a fan base from that. Mm-hmm. You can also do things like create Facebook groups or be a part of forums. Reddit is a great place to be a part of forums. A lot of people use Reddit these days. Facebook groups are really great. There are people still using Facebook groups, and and then you can host events and workshops. I know a couple years ago we tried to do a NaNoWriMo one, mm-hmm. where we had people in there and we would host events and workshops within the Facebook group to get people to write for the month of November. And it was, just little things like that to really kind of build your brand and interact with people one-on-one. It's a really great thing for that social media can give people.
Right. In order to get to this place, again, it's really important that you listen to your customers. And that helps you to devise what kinds of things you can do to create the wow factor. So things like doing online surveys or calling or asking them, depending on what your situation is, getting that feedback will help you make the decisions on what kinds of things you can do.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that a couple episodes ago, when we were talking about where is your target audience hanging out and what are they looking for. And those were all the same things. Do surveys of people you're already working, who are already using your service or your product. And, all of these things, everything always comes back to surveys, polls, figuring out how people feel about things, monitoring reviews online. Yeah. Like, the more that you are really in tune with what the people who are using your service and product are saying.
Which goes back to target market.
Yeah.
The more you understand this part, the easier all the rest of the part is.
Yeah.
So it's important to know it.
And that's why we said, know that it's going to change. Like, you might think that this is who we're going for, but over time it will change. So this all just circles back around to...
You dial it in, and if you can just be better at this than your competitors, you're going to have a really clear and easy way of moving forward and being competitive in your specific industry.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So allowing your fans empowering them in different ways to become advocates of your business is the next section. How can you cultivate that? So you've got these raving fans, and what kind of things can you do to help them to advocate for your brand?
Yeah. Some really great things you can do is have some sort of referral program implemented where if someone refers your business, they get a freebie or they get a discount. I think even like credit card companies or bank accounts or whatever, you go on there and it's like if you refer, even savings accounts, a lot of high interest yielding savings accounts will say if you refer like 5 people to open a savings account or open a credit card, then we will give you like this much money or something like that. And it's just another way for people to get more downloads, to get more signups, for us to get more signups, to get more downloads, to get more stuff, and then someone else benefits from that. And then people will be like, the better your freebie, the better your discount, the better whatever, the more likely they are to participate in that, especially if they already believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so you can't just be bad at what you do and then hope that if you offer some sort of freebie, people are going to have their family and friends also be a part of it. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Remember to ask also for reviews, to get that ball rolling. You can do things in fun ways. Have people, depending on your business, but have your fans, put in programs where they'll share pictures of the products you've sold them or the services you've given them, and where they tag you. Make it fun and make it something where they gives them a leeway into advocating for you.
Yeah, it's like a TikTok shop. Everyone's on TikTok shop now, raving about TikTok shop, and people are showing products, and then those people that made the products are reposting those people's TikTok shop videos of their reviews or their first usage of the product, and it makes a customer more likely to buy that product when they see somebody else using it. And then the people who were using it that they reposted have gotten a shout out. They now are on a company's page, and so it makes them feel good, and then people will do it more and more and more when they know that you're going to be sharing stuff like that. And then just like celebrate who your fans are and really show that appreciation and that loyalty that they're giving you by doing different things. Like one that I'm not a huge fan of, but it is an option if you're on Twitch or even on, I think YouTube does it too, but when you stream on either one of those platforms, there is a subscriber only view in the comment section that you can do, where if you are subscribed to me, then you get to be a part of this stream and you're the only one that gets to talk in the stream. People don't like it. Regular Twitch streamers don't usually do it because you have to pay like minimum $4.99 to be a subscriber. So people are like, wow, so all you care about is money. People aren't a big fan of it, but it is an option that if you are someone who subscribes and you do that, then you get this stream that it's just us exclusively talking to each other because there can't be that many people in here. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
So like little things like that, just giving the people who are already showing you that loyalty even more with random little things that you can plant and give out.
Yeah, people like to be a part of something, that's for sure.
Yes.
So how do we connect with our fans on a level that, and I want to go back to the word raving fan. How do we connect back? What are some of the strategies that you guys can be thinking about when you're putting your plans together? How can you connect? And one of the ways that works really well is by telling your story, your brand story. By having a lot of times whenever people create a business, there's usually some kind of deep story behind that. I mean, we have one with Ethos, and sharing that can help your fans feel connected.
I mean, it's like what you said about people who just want to be a part of something. The more that they know about where you've come from, or how far you've come, or what your plan was when you had started this company, and maybe where it is now, it makes people feel like, oh wow, like I feel like now I'm a part of something bigger than just myself.
I mean, even if you're a roofer and that's what you do, you put roofs. It's very important. And let's say your story is that you're a 3 generations roofer. That's a great story, and you really know what you're doing, and it's a story that you should share. And that, and so think about that no matter what business you've started or you're into, what makes you, what motivated you to do the business that you're doing.
Honestly, if you think your story is boring, it's probably not.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how boring your story actually is, it's probably going to be interesting enough for somebody. Because think about all the people that can relate to your boring story, or all the people that wish they could have done that same kind of thing. The never be afraid to share the story because you think either people won't care or it was not fascinating enough. This is social media. There's 7 billion people in the world. It's probably fascinating to quite a few of them. And then another great thing that you can do is to really just show the success stories that are coming from, customers you already have, and just kind of showing how products and services have truly just like transformed people's lives for the better, because people buy from people. People don't buy from businesses. And the more that you can take the story that you've created and show like, I created this product or this service because of this. This is what I wanted to change in the world, or in my world, or in my hometown, or in this business, or whatever it might be. And then here's the people that got to benefit from that. And now you have that social proof along with this story that you have created.
It's like creating a case study also, and you should routinely do that. And it doesn't matter what field you're in, you should routinely showcase those kinds of things, those kinds of stories. In order to be a business that has raving fans, to be that one business in your field that creates that, you need to make sure that your business is, at the highest level, which means you need to adapt and you need to know what your industry is doing in order for you to grow in the way that your customers need you to. So that means that you need to be looking at staying informed of your industry, of what's going on in the world, and make that a practice that you do in whatever way that is. If that's through you doing research on the internet, or through your trade publications, or whatever it is, you make sure that you are providing the service that creates the raving fans.
You can also test new ideas, products, or services. Maybe there's something else that you think would be really great to accompany what you're already doing, and then see if that works. It's all about figuring out what changes need to be made, and then just adapting to those things. Because sometimes this product that was working really great a couple years ago isn't as great as it could be, but now you just need to tweak this one little piece, and as soon as you tweak this one little piece, you're back in the market. And it might make you feel some type of way, but just know that at the end of the day, your whole job is to be making people's lives better in whatever way that your product or service is supposed to be doing that.
And then also to embrace the challenges that come your way in your business, not be defeated by them, but to take a look at the things that challenge you and find solutions to those things and adapt to them. Because the failures in our businesses is really what propels us forward. And when your employees feel supported in the failures that they have, if you have employees, and that the whole environment is about learning from the things that go on, you will start to provide, because you're going to be solutions oriented. You're going to be creating the absolute best service or products that you possibly can, because you're embracing the inevitability of failure. It's part of life.
And if you do have employees, you do have people that work for you, it makes them feel more comfortable when they hear about new things going on, and they can come to you with these ideas like, hey, I know that this industry, like, this is kind of the new cool thing, and I wonder if we should be doing something like this now. And when you have a business that closes that off, it doesn't leave room for people to willingly want to come and offer you something that could make or break your whole company.
Yeah, something outside the box. You know, that if people feel like it's going to be okay if it doesn't work the way I thought, or we failed at it, you know, that they feel like they're going to be able to recover from that, and we're all going to learn from that. We're going to, you know, I can't think of, you know, I mean, I can't think, note the amount of times, I can't choose my words today, that you and I have tried things that we have, you know, plugged away, and it's a very nurturing relationship that we have, that even sometimes some things haven't worked out. They haven't gone the way we thought they were going to, and we keep evolving. Mm-hmm. At first, I think we felt a little uncomfortable with that. You know, it's a little uncomfortable when you have your mind set on something, and then as you maneuver, as you learn about your target, as you learn about yourselves and your business, and you allow yourselves to fail, and you can analyze those failures. You keep creating, a great business. Actually, you keep fostering the ability to have a really sound, competitive business.
Mm-hmm. You can't. It is really hard for one person to stay informed about an entire company by themselves. So you almost have to rely on the other people that are also there with you, who can bring a different perspective, who are on different platforms, and who are paying attention to in different areas of the industry on just like a regular random basis. Maybe not when they're at work, but just when they're out and about and they see things. So you want to foster that kind of that growth and that okayness, so that more and more people will want to be a part of it.
And if you are a solopreneur, what she said is really even more critical, because you are doing this by yourself, right? And this is when you look to other people. Don't be afraid to invest money in a consultant, in someone that might be able to help you in some way. And most consultants, in most situations, there's a way where you can fit in and get the services that you need from consulting with people, or whatever that part is, that you might need someone else to take a look at your brand, and you know that you can't really focus on because you're busy, you know, making stuff. You're busy creating your magic, right? So don't be afraid to hire out and find someone or some business that can help you with that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, I'm telling you, man, the drumstick TikTok account went crazy with the Alpha Wolf thing. They were like, the Alpha Wolf had gotten out of hand. The guy who does the social media did a video with him with all of the drumsticks being the Alpha Wolf, and he had a fursuit on. And then everybody in the comments was like, was the fursuit part of the marketing budget? And then he showed the meeting that they had so he could convince his employers that they need to purchase a fursuit in order to keep this going. And I
love that.
I was watching, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, marketing people are a little crazy.
We're like, trust me, this is the new thing.
So that is chapter 6. It's there's a lot in this. There's a lot going on here. But this is, again, a little bit more of a focus into your target market, into, you know, really, really setting your brand up to be the best in its field, and to understand your employees, and to your customers and your employees, but your customers, and to have them go out and tell the world about what you offer, and to refer you anytime someone says, hey, do you know a good, right? Do you know anybody that can? Be the person at the end of that sentence. You know, be the business at the end of that sentence. Put yourselves into that mindset, and you will create a business that is, you know, unstoppable. So think about these things that we've said, and we have section 6 in the back.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't already, go ahead and grab a copy of our workbook off of Amazon, and you can go to section 6 in the back after you have watched this, read this, listened to us, and just start filling out, you know, just this is all about what we talked about. What are the strategies you're going to develop? What's the storytelling you're going to use to connect? And then what are you going to do in terms of growing after the fact when it comes to creating those raving fans?
That's right.
So get your copy today, guys. This has been great. We are once you have section 6 done, we're basically almost done.
4 more.
Yeah.
Right? 4 more sections. All right. Thank you very much. It was great talking to everybody today.
Yeah. It's been a long day. It was great talking to everybody today. Go ahead and subscribe, follow, like, comment, leave us a review, share this with a friend, share this on your social medias, and we'll be more than happy to
please,
share that.
Please, if you have any questions, if you feel stuck in any place, or you don't know, you don't have any ideas, please feel free to reach out to us.
Yes, go ahead and DM us on any of our social media platforms, and we'll be happy to talk to you guys. Yep. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Till next time.